Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sparing our lives to this moment. We pray, accept our ibadat. Ameen. We are welcome to another edition of the Free Nahw and Sorfu class. And this is a continuation of Al-Mamnu' min al-Sorf. And we are going to be looking at the category of Al-Alam tonight, inshallah. So we are going to be looking at the different types of alam that will give us mamnu' min as-sarf and their examples. So the first one, like we explained in last class, is mu'annasun lafziyu. And if you could recall from last class, I said mu'annasun lafziyu are those mu'annas, those nouns that come in mu'annas shape. We know with the presence of ta marbuta in the word. So they come in mu'annas shape, but their meaning do not give us a feminine noun. So, for example, Muawiyah. We know Muawiyah is the name of Sahaba, and we know that the Sahaba was a what? Was a male. So that is because the letters, we can see a sign of femininity in the letters. So this is Muawiyah. It's just in the lafzu, in the letter, in the wording. You can see there is a sign of femininity present. But in its meaning, the noun itself is used for what? For masculine. So that is muannas lafziyu. But ma'nawiyu is now that muannas that may not have both of them. So let's just look at the example of lafziyu quickly. So Muawiyah is Sahaba that we know, and we know that it does not take what? Tenwin. That is why we have just single domo here. So it does not take tenwin, and with majrur, when it's supposed to be in majrur state, it does not take kasra. Another one is Usamatu, Hamzatu, Huzaifa, and Tolha. So all of these names, what you are used to is that you just hear Muawiyah, Usama, Hamza, Huzaifa, Tolha. All of them, they have what? Ta marbuto. So we should take note of the ta marbuto, and also take note that they are mamnu' min as-sarf. So those are muannas lafziyu. Those are names that we perceive the femininity in the wording and not in the meaning. Then muannas ma'nawiyu. Muannas ma'nawiyu are those names that are feminine, but in their writing they may or may not be feminine in their writing. So first one here is Aisha. Aisha too. You can see the tie is showing that the name is feminine, and also we know that Aisha is the name of a female. The second one here, Zainabu. Now we cannot see any sign of femininity, but we know that Zainab is what? Is the name of a feminine. So that is ma'nawiyu. Can come in both ways. The letter might indicate, the word itself might indicate that is what? It is mu'annas, and it may not indicate. So Aisha, Zainabu. What is important is that we remember that it is mamnu' min as-sarf. It does not take tenwin. And when it is in majrur state, it does not take kasra, it takes fatha in its place. So this is not just Zainab like we used to pronounce. So take note of the domo at the end of it, because it is a noun. It has to have the alama of ism. So Aisha, Zainabu, Asma'u. So this Asma, you can see that it is like the plural of ismu, Asma. But this one is Muannas Ma'nawiyu, is a name, Alam, is not that Asma. Then Khadija too, then Fatima too. So all of these are also, there are several examples that can be cited also. But these are what? Mamnu' min as-sarf. They are Muannas Ma'nawiyu, because we know that the names themselves they are indicating feminine. Then we have Ajamiyun, foreign names, foreign proper nouns. So it can be names and the names of places or names of people or any other thing that we know. Then we have the first one here is Ibrahim. So the popular knowledge is that Ibrahim is an Arabic name. No, but it is Hebrew. So it is a foreign name from Arabic. So Ibrahim. That is why we don't have Ibrahimun. It's just Ibrahim or Ibrahima, as the case may be. Then the next one we have Idrisu, also Hebrew name. Then we have George. George, the English name, George. George. So any foreign name that we want to write in Arabic will fall under what Ajamiyu, and they are always what Mamnu min as-sarf. Any kind of name we want to write, except Arabic names that we know the formation and all of that, like Muhammadun that I cited in the last class. Then the next one we have Ismailu, and finally we have Lagos. So this one is the name of the city. The other ones are names of people. So it is not just names of people. It can be name of anything. But what we want to take from it is that it's what foreign. So Lagos. So that is the second category. The next one is Morokkabun Masjidun. Those formations that I said that are originally from two words, but when we bring them together to form a word, those kind of formations are called what? Morokkabun Masjidun. So the first example here is Hadramaut. Hadramaut that is in Yemen. Hadramaut, that city. So it is formed from two words, Hadoro and Maut. Hadramaut. So when we join them together, it is what? Hadramaut. And the end of the second word, we have joined it together. So the end will be that of the second word, and it is what? And it is Mamnu min as-sarf. It does not take tanween, and in Majrur state it takes only fatha. Then we have New York. The New York we know that is in USA. So when you want to write the two together like that, it becomes Morokkab Masjidu, and it is Mamnu min as-sarf. Then we have Ba'labak. Ba'labak is a city in Lebanon. Also two words, Ba'la and what? And Bak. Those two joined together makes it what? Morokkab Masjidu, and it is what? Mamnu min as-sarf, because it is Morokkab Masjidu. Then we have Ladilak, which is popularly known as Lady Lak, which is in Bariga. So it's also what? It's also Morokkab Masjidu, because it is formed from two words. Then the next one we have Al-Alam. Those alam that are what? Mazidun fihi alfun wa nun, that have increment of alif and nun in it. That is, their end as alif and nun, and they are what? Alam. So we have Uthman, the name of a person, we know Uthman, the Sahaba. Then we have Ramadan, the month of Ramadan. Also the month of Sha'ban. So those two are also what? They are also Mamnu min as-sarf. Then the next one we have Nu'man. Nu'man is also a name. Nu'man bin Bashir, also a name. So Morokkab Masjidu. So then it is not Morokkab Masjidu, it is just Masjid bi alif wa nun, and it is what? It is Mamnu min as-sarf. Then we have Tauban. Tauban is a popular name that we know. Tauban. It is also Mamnu min as-sarf. Then we have Zaidan. So Zaidan, the popular name, Zidane or Zidane. Zidane. So the name is Zaidan. Zainuddin Zaidan. That is the full name that we call Zidane or Zidane. Then the next one, we have the alam that is on this waznu of fin. Any alam that comes in the shape of fin are what? Are also Mamnu min as-sarf. They are alam, they are names, they are nouns, they are not fin. They just take the shape of fin. So the first one we have Yazid. You know this shape already. Yaf'ilu. The shape of Yaf'ilu for Ajwaf. So Yazid. We have Ahmad. Also shape of what? Fi'l mudari. Yarubu. You know Ahmad is a name. Yarubu. So this is the name is one of the forefathers of Arabic people. So Arabiya. Then we have Ya'uq. Ya'uq that Allah mentioned in the Quran is an idol. Then we have Tudomir. You can see they are all coming in the shape of Fi'l Mudari that we know. So Tudomir is the name of a woman popularly known as Khonsa. Then we have Taghlibu. We have Taghlib, and we have what? Yaghuth. So Yaghuth, like Ya'uq, is also the name of an idol. So, and they are all in the form of a fi'l, but they are not fi'l. When you see them in context, you will not see them as fi'l. You will see that when you see them in context, that is when you are going to get the grasp of what they are doing. So they are nouns and not fi'l. They just come in the shape of what? Fi'l. So when they come like that, they are mamnu min as-sarf. They don't take tanween, and when they are supposed to be majrur, they will take fatha. Then we have madul ala wazn fa'al. So those names that come in this shape, fa'al. First one, Umar, the Sahaba. Then we have Su'al. Su'al is also a tribe in uh, Arabia, Bani Su'al. Then we have Hubal. Hubal is also an idol. Then we have Mudor. Mudor is also a tribe. Then we have Zuhal. Zuhal is the name of one of the stars. So those are the ones that come in fu'al shape. But just remember that mamnu min as-sarf, they do not what take tanween, and when they are in jaru state, they only take fatha, they don't take the kasra. So we are going to be reading from the reference book and Nahw, and we are currently in al juzu salif, the third part of the book. So it says al-mamnu min as-sarf, al-alam al-mamnu min as-sarf. So we read the qawaid first. It says yumna'u al-alamu min as-sarf ay tanween. So you can see yumna'u al-alamu min as-sarf, alam, that is proper nouns, are prevented from sarf, that is tanween, wa yujarru bil fatha, and it takes jaru bil fatha. What I've been repeating, takes jaru with what? Fatha, niyabatan anil kasri, that is what? Representing kasra. So it takes jaru with fatha, representing kasra. So that is the definition of mamnu min as-sarf we have here. And they said it has different types. The first one is kana mu'annasan, when it is mu'annas. That is just what they have here. But then we divided ours into two, mu'annas lafziyu and mu'annas ma'nawiyu. Then the second one is kana ajamiyan, when the name is what? Is foreign. Ajamiyun, just like we have mentioned here. Then is kana murakkaban tarkiban masjiyan. So when it is murakkab masjiyu, I've mentioned two different words come to one. Then the next one is kana mazidan fihi alf wa nun. Mazidun fihi alf wa nun. Usman, Ramadan, and the likes. Then the last two here is kana ala wazn al-fi'l, ma ala wazn al-fi'l, Yazid, Ahmad, and co. Then إذا كان مذكرا ثلاثيا مضموم الأول مفتوح الثاني. This معدول على وزن فعل. مضموم الأول, the first one is taking duma, مفتوح الثاني, the second one is taking fatha. So فعل. So those are also the types that are here. So the difference is just the division that we have here. Now to the examples. So they use each of these categories. They have six examples here. So each of the categories that were mentioned were used in what? In an example. So we have qara'tu su'ad as the first one. In reference state, qara'at su'adu. Su'ad read, because this is what? Mu'annas ma'nawi, a feminine name. So qara'at su'ad. Su'ad read, and asnaytu ala su'ada. Ala is harfu jar, and this is supposed to be majrur, but it's taking what? It's taking fatha, like we said in the what? In the definition. So asnaitu ala Su'ad, I praised Su'ad. In the second one, zurtu London. Zurtu London. So that is London for what? Jamij, London. So I visited London. So London is here, is supposed to be in Northwood State, and it's taking the fatha. But what is there is that there is no tanween. There is no what? Tanween, because it is mamnu min as-sarf. Then ja'a talibu min London. So this one is supposed to take jaru, because this is ism majrur, the harfu jar. So ja'a talib, the student came from what? From London. Then the next one, shahadata New York. Dhaba sa'ih ila New York. So just like I mentioned earlier, New York. Here in the example we have in Murakkab Masjidu, New York. So New York from USA. So this here, the first one is supposed to be in Maf'ulun bihi, and the second one is supposed to be what? Majrur. So this is taking fatha, and this is also taking fatha, because they are what? It is what? Mamnu min as-sarf. Then the next one, Ra'aytu Usmana shakartu li Usman. So Ra'aytu Usmana. Usman here is Maf'ulun bihi. Zaid alif wa nun. Mazidun fihi alif wa nun. So Usman is what? Maf'ulun bihi, is taking fatha. Then shakartu li. Li is what? Harfu jar. And the noun is supposed to take kasro, but because it is mamnu min as-sarf, that says it says here yujarru bil fathati niyabatan anil kasri. So it becomes majrur with fatha, representing what? The kasro. Then the next one we have jaa ahmadu a'taitul mukafa'ata li ahmadi. So jaa ahmadu, here it is supposed to be marfu, and normally a noun is supposed to take tenwin when it is in this kind of state, when it's not ma'rifa. When it's not in manfa state, that is when alif and lam is not added to it, or even if it is marifa, which is alam already. Zaidun, when we write Zaidun, takes tenwin normally, but here we have just ahmadu, no tenwin. So it is showing that it is mamnu min as-sarf because it is what? Ala wazni fi'l. It comes in the shape of fi'l. Then ataitul mukafa'ata li ahmadin. So this lam is also harfu jar, like you have seen in the previous example, and it's supposed to be li ahmadi, but because it is what? Mamnu min as-sarf, so it takes just fatha. Then the last one, ishtahara bi adlihi umaru iqtadaitu bi umari. So Umar ishtahara bi adlihi. Ishtahara Umar bi adlihi. So Umar here is the what? Is the fa'il, and it takes rafun normally, but cannot what? Cannot take tenwin because it is mamnu min as-sarf. And iqtadaitu bi Umar, it's supposed to be Umari because it becomes the what? The majul shape, maftuhul awal and what? And madmumul awal and maftuhul thani. So it does not take tenwin, and with kasra, instead of kasra for majrur, it takes a fatha. So these are the formations we have for alam that are mamnu min as-sarf. And don't forget to share and like this video. Say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.